What if Denji was an Uchiha? I'll start this one off saying his mom was an Uchiha or something, and then she died, and then he awakened his first Toma when his dad died. The start is normal. Denji and Pochita are still broke, and when the old man goes to do a contract, he sends Denji and Pochita to the abandoned building where he plans on killing them. Denji puts up a good fight, but he is no match for the zombies, and they kill him. Denji begins to talk to Pochita in his dream, telling Pochita to live onward for him. And as a bit of Denji's blood drips down Pochita's mouth, Pochita gains the strength to manage to chain them up together. When Denji wakes up, he's filled with anger. He looked at the zombies, and then he began to kill them without transforming, before pulling on his heartstring, and then he went to let loose. When he was done with the zombies, much faster this time, he was already on his knees, and rage was still filled in his heart. He didn't know why. In fact, his anger was still carried over. Eventually, Makima walked in, and he probably has calmed down by that point, and he turned around to look at her, and the chainsaw face melted as tears were streaming down his face. Later on, Makima pets Denji and looks at him and says he's human. They take Denji to go get a snack, and she gets a cover for Denji, and that makes Denji blush. Someone came running into the store saying that their daughter was in the forest with a devil, and they needed to help. Makima told Denji to go after the demon because her udon will get soggy. Denji said he also has udon and he doesn't want it to get soggy. Makima points out that she doesn't need a dog who says no, only yes, or wolf. And she says how dogs who don't have use get put down. Denji was running into the forest looking for the demon he thought, I'm not a damn dog. This made Denji remember Pochita, making him a lot more angry and faster. He saw the devil and the girl, and they were played together. Denji was just about to get ready to kill it before the girl defending it, saying it was a good devil. Denji believed her, but sees the demon about to attack him, and quickly slashed it, killing it. He brought back the girl before his udon could get soggy, and he ate it. He came out the forest with the girl, saying yes, instead of wolf, like he did in the original show. And he almost passes out, but Makima went over to him and held him up. He said he's okay, but turning into chainsawman cups him up and makes him lose a bit of blood, and tells her about how Pochita became his heart. Makima tells Denji that Pochita is still alive inside of him. Denji smiled with this new news, and she asked if Denji could eat up by himself, and he says he could, and ate the udon while looking at her. She asked if it was delicious, and he said yes. Denji was going to ask her something, but he held his tongue. They reached the corp, and Denji was sent to work with Aki. Denji said he thought he would work with her, and Aki pulled him away, saying he's not even close to Makima's level. Makima approached Denji, saying if he did his best, they could work together. He asked Aki what he knew about Makima, and what the type of guy she liked is. And Aki tells Denji to come into an alleyway. Aki went to punch Denji, but Denji swiftly dodged and asked Aki what the hell he was doing. Aki went to punch Denji in the gut, but Denji retaliated with a kick into the nut multiple times. Aki asked him, how are you so fast? Denji ignored his question and said he had no other choice but to become a devil hunter, and he said he might as well make it the best he can. Aki just looked up at Denji, noticing his eyes went back to normal. Aki went to go tackle Denji, but Denji dodged and went behind him. What's wrong with you? Aki responded with, Makima isn't someone a little shit like you should be talking about. Aki then passed out from all the ball hits. Later on, Makima talks to Aki and Denji, saying there'll be a squad from now, and also saying that if Denji strays, he will be taken out like any other devil. Aki thought back to Denji's words and realized he was correct. Aki looked at Denji, and Denji kind of reminded him of his little brother. The walk they had was silent, and Denji was lost in thought. Next day, Denji and Aki are called to go hunt down a devil man. Denji asked Aki what the hell was that, and Aki said he'll know when they got up there and saw him. Later on, when they finally got to the house and Denji got up there, he saw this weird thing with crab-like mouth, and he killed it immediately. Aki asked him why didn't he use his devil's power, and he said because it hurts like crap, and he said he pitied the devil man. Aki has the same talk, but he was mad and yelling, telling Denji you can't be sympathetic to a devil. Denji said a devil was the only person willing to be my friend, so if a devil was going to do so, he'd take it. Aki was a bit surprised and told Denji he'll remember that. Denji and Aki went back, with Denji thinking to himself about Aki and Makima. Makima told Aki and Denji that they would have a new buddy, and Power walked in, saying, bow down, bow beneath me, or something like that. But Denji, seeing her and realizing she's a girl, he says, pleased to meet ya. Power still kills that big finger demon and blames it on Denji for again. While speaking to Makima, Denji notices when Makima told Power to be quiet, she shut up instantly. This freaked Denji out just a bit. Denji and Power have that same talk when Power brings up the proposal of her breast getting squeezed. Denji decided to silently help out, not saying anything, but that bastard. Power thought to herself that Denji might be able to actually beat the devil due to the way he was able to dodge her attacks when she was behind him. She also thought about how Aki was talking about how strong Denji was. When Denji and Power reached the cabin, Denji got ready and turned into Chainsawman. Power decided she was going to first see how this played out. Time for Aki. Makima was talking to Aki, and Makima explains how Denji can become a chainsaw demon. That's why she took him in. Aki then thought to himself that Denji must have 2 devil contracts, because when they had that little fight in the alleyway, he saw his eyes change. Back to Power and Denji. Since the Bat Devil didn't fully regain his strength, Denji was easily able to kill it. Well, at least a lot faster than usual, than in canon. And Denji gave Power the cat back, saying, "Don't forget what you promised." Power was shocked at Denji's raw strength and speed. They began to head back to the city, and the Leech Devil looked at Denji, saying she could smell her boyfriend on him, and that she was going to kill him. For that, Denji transformed back into Chainsaw Man and easily slayed her too. He went back to normal, passing out due to lack of blood. Aki picked up Denji, noting that he just took on 2 devils, one after the other. Denji was in the hospital bed, and Aki sat in front of him. "You can have the apples," said Aki. Then Denji took them and began to eat them, while Aki continued to talk. "How did you and Power know where the Bat Devil was located?" Denji responded, "Found her." And Aki looked at Denji. "How come you're so strong, but a brat? Just follow my orders and stay out of trouble." Denji looked at Aki. "I'll just do whatever helps me survive the best. And if you ordering helps that, then I'll do it." Aki smiled a bit, reminiscing of his little brother. Aki left the room saying, "Speak more proper, Denji." And they uncuffed Power. Later on, Power moved in with Aki and Denji, and this goes on as normal with Denji getting to grab, but he wondered why it didn't bring him happiness like he thought so. Denji talks to Makima about this, but he was a lot more straightforward, and the same things happened, but instead of Denji saying yes to the favor, he said woof, telling him that if he killed the Gun Devil, then she would grant him one request. At the start of the story, remember when Denji said woof when coming out the forest? This time Denji said yes, but it shows that Denji is finally starting to like her a bit more, and he said woof as of now. Denji heard about what the Gun Devil was capable of, and Denji said he could easily win. Denji and Aki and Power went on a mission to find another piece of the Gun Devil, and the other team, Division 7, they say one is a Devilman and another one is just some puny punk. Aki says not to underestimate Denji, and if Denji and Power do try anything, they'll just kill them like they would demons. Power said, "You sure are treating us like animals," and when Aki looked at them both and said, "You two don't have any human rights," and Denji was a bit mad about this for a bit, but he calmed himself down. Denji went to Power, saying the prank might have made him really mad. Later on, Himeno says whoever kills the devil will get a kiss on the cheek. Denji said he doesn't need a kiss, he already has his own motivation, and he said he can just get a kiss when the Gun Devil is dead. He gained some respect from Aki, but that's mainly because they misinterpreted what he said. They thought Denji meant when he killed the Gun Devil, he can finally live a normal life, but that is not what Denji meant. Himeno went up to Denji and whispered, not even for a fresh kiss, and Denji's facial expression didn't change, but once they got inside, Denji sprinted forward. Himeno's worker tried to keep up with him, but was barely there, and he had to use his full force to tackle Denji, but Denji dodged, and he just hit the wall, and he continued running. Himeno asked Aki about his teammates, and Aki said Denji is strong, but he's stupid, and Power, she has a short temper, so he doesn't know if he can fully trust her. Himeno asked Aki if he really thinks they'll survive. Aki simply looked at Himeno and said yes. Aki began walking away from Himeno, and Himeno told him not to die. Later on, the rest went on like normal, with Power still getting choked and then they figured out that they're walking in a loop. They freak out, go back to the dorm, and Denji goes to sleep, and Aki looks at Denji, seeing his little brother once again. A smile crept onto his face, and Himeno pointed this out. Later on, when Denji woke up, Aki told the group about the devil getting bigger. The devil tells them to give him Denji, and he'll let them leave. Kobani agrees and tries to kill Denji, but Denji quickly kicks her across the head, knocking her out. When the others realized the devil isn't lying, they began saying to kill Denji too. Denji told them that if they tried to kill him, he wouldn't allow it, and he would kill them all instead. Himeno looked at Aki, and Aki said that's probably true. They were at a stalemate, and everyone sat down. Himeno looked at Denji, and then asked him to die for them. Later on, Himeno held Aki and Denji down as Kobani managed to try and stab Denji, with Aki begging them to stop, saying that even though he hates Denji, Aki can't kill the gun devil himself, and he needs as much help as he can get, no matter the sacrifice. Even if I make my own lifespan shorter, I can't let you guys kill Denji. Denji stood up and looked at Aki in power. He then looked down at the demon. This guy's weaker than the gun devil, right? Said Denji. And if I can't beat him, there's no way in hell I can beat the gun devil. Denji then turned into Chainsaw Man and jumped down there into the devil.